This is my blood of the new covenant. Drink this and remember me." Jesus invites his friends to drink. With each sip, their hearts are filled with a deep sense of connection, unity, and promise. As they drink, symbolizes the love shared among them. But amongst the joy, a shadow loomed. Inside Judas, doubt and temptation whispered, leading him toward a dark choice. Although he was with Jesus, his heart was troubled. Jesus reveals troubling news. He declares, "One of you will betray me." The room fills with tension as the disciples look around in disbelief, animated expressions of worry and sorrow on their faces. Who could it be? They ask with heavy hearts. Each disciple fears the thought of betrayal, but Judas knows the burden he carries. In this moment, we see how every heart can feel the weight of choices. Jesus reassures them, "A new commandment I give you. Love one another as I have loved you." As he kneels in the floor as a sign of modesty. This profound message transcends time, teaching all of us about the power of love and compassion. The room fell silent as Jesus washed all of disciples' feet. Underneath the canopy of ancient olive trees, Jesus and his disciples arrive at the garden. They have just celebrated the Last Supper, filled with laughter and love. But now, a shadow of sorrow begins to loom. Jesus knows what lies ahead, a path fraught with pain and sacrifice. As Jesus finds a quiet spot beneath a tree, he separates himself from his friends. He kneels in prayer, feeling the weight of the world upon his shoulders. He knows that soon he will bear the sins of humanity. In this moment of vulnerability, even the strongest heart requires support. Jesus cries out to his Father, "If it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done." Such courage. Even in his fear and dread, Jesus submits to the greater plan. His disciples watched, unaware of the gravity of the moment, while Jesus prays, deep in thought. Meanwhile, the disciples, tired from the events of the day, drift into sleep. Despite their best intentions, they fall short of supporting their friend in his time of need. This reminds us of the struggles we all face, staying alert and present for those we love. In the distance, shadows begin to move as Judas approaches with a group of soldiers, torches illuminating the darkened path. Colors of fear and uncertainty fill the air. Narration. Suddenly, the tranquility of the garden was interrupted. Judas arrived, leading a band of soldiers. The betrayal was at hand. Jesus faces his betrayer. Jesus looks at Judas with compassion rather than anger, contrasting the turmoil in Judas's eyes. In a moment of sadness, Judas approached Jesus, greeting him with a kiss, the sign of betrayal. The soldiers glare, tense with anticipation. Jesus looked at Judas and said, "Friend, do what you came for." In that moment, his heart was heavy, yet full of love. Even in betrayal, Jesus chose compassion. The soldiers forcibly grabbed Jesus, and the disciples, shocked and confused, began to murmur among themselves. As Jesus was arrested, the disciples were filled with fear and chaos. They didn't understand why this was happening. Feeling the weight of their friend being taken away, the disciples scattered everywhere, trying to get away from the chaos. They run away with confusion and fear. As Jesus was held in the prison alone and battered, they tied both of his hands with ropes. But in the midst of darkness, Jesus chose forgiveness and compassion, the love of a mother. As Mary touches the prison wall trying to feel Jesus, her heart trembles and broken apart. Moments filled with agony and disbelief. But in the midst of darkness, the story didn't end here. It teaches us powerful lessons about love, forgiveness, and the choices we all face. Every choice has consequences. As we carry this message into our own lives, let us remember the example set before us. Let us embrace the power of forgiveness, reaching out to those who need it most. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. This reminds us that love is a choice, an action we can take every day. It calls us to serve and uplift one another in a world that often needs healing. May we all carry its essence in our hearts.